Today, the theology detective is explaining you how Jesus was called Son of God.
Before we dive into deep, let us take a typical example. Our beloved actress Angelina Jolie has 6 kids, 3 of them are biological. Other 3 are adoptive. This means 3 kids biologically bond to their mother by DNA, and 3 adoptive bond to their mother by love, i.e., to be called someone's son or daughter does not mean you share DNA. In other scenario, you may find someone call his pet my baby because of the love, even to the extent of giving pet heritage. Let's use these previous examples to define how Jesus can be called Son of God. Let's take DNA to human as essence to God, and human love as God love. Exodus 33:20. God told Moses, "But you cannot see my face, because no one can see me and live." Quran 112. Say, He is Allah, the one and only. Allah, the eternal, absolute. He begetteth not nor is he begotten, and there is none like unto him. If we analyze these contents from 2 different books, the Bible and Holy Quran, we see that a common denominator is that no one can see God in his essence, and God is not like anything human being has ever seen. We can deduct from this that, as Jesus was seen by eyes on earth, and he perfectly looked human, he cannot be Son of God by essence. If Jesus is not Son of God by essence, let's discuss about being Son of God by love. Matthew 3:16-17. As soon as Jesus was baptized, he went up out of the water. At that moment heaven was opened, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove, and alighting on him. And a voice from heaven said, "This is my Son, whom I love, with him I am well pleased." As we see from this verse, Jesus was called Son of God after baptism, the sacrament of initiation, and love of God was declared upon him. This explains to us that anyone can be called a Son of God by doing sacrament of initiation baptism, by devotion to his Lord the Creator. Another example in John 20:17. Jesus said, "Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." In this verse, Jesus explained explicitly that God is for everyone by his essence, and he is the Father to only people who has accepted the way of Jesus. To understand the way of Jesus, let's ask the Bible, who shall be known as Son of God? In Matthew 5-9 Jesus said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, because they will be called sons of God." In this verse Jesus is explaining the ones who have rights to be called sons of God, the peacemakers, and in after Jesus the only followers of Jesus that hold that name are Muslims. By definition Muslim, in Arabic, Muslim is the verbal noun, originating from the verb salama, which forms a large class of words, mostly relating to concepts of submission, safeness, and peace. This shows us that Jesus was not Son of God by essence, though by love and submission to his God, he became a Son of God as anyone else can be. But let's ask ourselves why Jesus became well known by the name Son of God more than anyone else before him. Hannah, his grandmother, holds the key to that. Imran, Joachim, and his wife Anne were old and childless, and that one day the sight of a bird in a tree feeding her young aroused Anne's desire for a child. She prayed to God to fulfill her desire, and vowed, if her prayer was accepted, that her child would be dedicated to the service of God. When she had delivered, she said, "My Lord, I have given birth to a girl," and Allah fully knew what she had delivered, "and the male is not like the female. I have named her Mary, and I seek your protection for her and her offspring from Satan, the accursed." So, her Lord accepted her graciously, and blessed her with a pleasant upbringing, entrusting her to the care of Zechariah. From this short story of, and the grandmother of Jesus, we see that she is the one who dedicated her child to God, thinking that she would have a boy. But nevertheless, when she got a girl, Mary, mother of Jesus, she kept her promise to dedicate her to the services of the Most High, and she asked God to make her pure and her offspring, from Mary. Allah fulfilled the request of Anne by creating from womb of her daughter Mary and his word. The most pure prophet, Jesus, may peace and blessings be upon him. This is how Allah rewards the most piety. This is why Jesus became famous on the name Son of God, because his grandmother has already dedicated him to our most high and merciful Creator, Allah.
If you want to know how Prophet Jesus, peace and blessings be upon him, is the purest, leave a comment. Thanks for watching.